Thank you very much. And do you guys recognize which tune of this song? It is. Yes, the jasmine flower, also 茉莉花, the Chinese name. It is very famous and one of the most representative Chinese songs, and which is often used for many diplomatic important events. And as it happens, here in Tianjin, a very important event is just around the corner, which is the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which will be held from August 31st to September the 1st. So I'm not a professional, but I hope you like the song. And this is the reason why I have chosen this song to welcome all of you, our distinguished guests, to our today's program. And welcome everyone to CGTN's special program, Tianjin Dialogues on SCO, aiming for shared growth and a prosperous future. So I'm He Beibei from CGTN, and I will welcome everyone here in Tianjin and also all of you, the audience, those tuning in our program from all over the globe. To begin, I'd like to invite everyone of you to introduce yourselves, please, from this gentleman.
Sure. My name is Qingis Sher. I'm the president of China Eurasian Business Council. I'm very glad to be here. Very happy for the invitation. Yeah.
I heard that you just flew from Shenzhen to Tianjin to participate in our program.
Yeah.
Really, thank you. We appreciate it. And the lady?
Hello, I'm Xu Jin from the School of Foreign Languages of Tianjin University. I'm very honored to come here to participate in this show.
Malik, please.
This is Malik Ayub Sumbul. I am International Planning Editor with CGTN. I am with CGTN since 2017, and I am also a geopolitical analyst and commentator on international affairs.
Okay, thank you. You have lived here for 9 years, so
yes,
I guess your Chinese is really good.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I can speak.
Maybe you can have a competition of the
Sure.
Chinese Mandarin with Tianjin. Okay, thank you. And once more, very welcome to every one of you. And for the beginning, I want to introduce you a little bit about this mansion that is a very special place. It's a historical landmark, and it's one of the prince's mansion. He moved here from Beijing in 1925, so right 100 years ago. And here is the place where he lived until his death, and also he gathered many important elites to being here, and also like the Peking Opera show will play here right in this very hall. A century has passed. So today we are gathering here to talk about some important issues. Just like 100 years ago, they are here to talk about the reform, development, and also is the host of this mansion, Zai Zhen. He invested in many important enterprises in Tianjin, just like the Quanyechang department store. So to heritage this legacy, we are here today. First of all, I want to invite Professor Xu, who is a local here in Tianjin, to tell us about this city.
Okay, as you know, I'm local here. And Tianjin, a historical port city with centuries of maritime legacy, has transformed from a key trading hub along the Grand Canal to a dynamic international cosmopolitan with its futuristic skylines and cutting-edge tech parks. As an important node in Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei integration strategies, Tianjin now stands as a global gateway for commerce and innovation, with various spots like the Italian-style town, where meets world-class infrastructure, embodying Tianjin's blend of modernity and tradition. And there are also many interesting stories well spread on different kinds of the social media, yes, on the internet, and such as the story of 跳水大爷. and Tianjin Baibai, Tianjin Dayi, which are very interesting. And Tianjin is also very famous for its delicious food and snacks. I don't know whether our guests have already have a try about that.
Yes. And Xinji, you have been many times here, I imagine.
Well, this is my third time in Tianjin. I really like this city. I think this is one of the cities that managed to actually successfully combine the modern architecture with the culture.
Yes.
And we all know that Tianjin is very culturally diverse since like the colonialism era. And you can actually, it's really nice how the city managed to preserve the architecture and culture, and it's very nice to be here.
Yes, and I have heard a sentence said that if you want to know China about 5,000 years early, you need to visit Xi'an because it's the ancient capital. And if you want to know China 1,000 years ago, you can go to Beijing, the capital of China, and now. And if you want to know the China 100 years ago, you can come to Tianjin. It's the right place. And Malik, you live in Beijing, so near to Tianjin. How many times have you been here?
I have been a couple of times to Tianjin, and especially my first time when I visit Tianjin. So I explore, and what I come to know that the Tianjin humor is something that makes it more special while saying and giving a message. So I like that this satire and humor has a very special place in communication and in saying something. So beside this, I think that as Tianjin has transformed through its traditional ancestry and now the modern infrastructure, especially the Tianjin port that make it spotlight, maritime communication, tradition, and trade towards the other countries. So that is mean that a mix of things that make Tianjin very attractive towards the international community and towards the other countries.
Yes, Tianjin is really popular now. In the internet, we can see many videos about the Tianjin city, and also because of the upcoming SCO summit, Tianjin will once again be the focus of all over the world. And today when we arrived at Tianjin, the taxi driver welcomed us with many enthusiasm.
Oh yes, I mean that it was very interesting that when we called the taxi and we were waiting for it, and the driver was already waiting for us, and he said something that I was waiting for the stars and moon. So that was something like this, that the beginning of our journey to Tianjin. And when I asked Bebe that what he said, so he said that the Tianjin humor started.
Yes.
So it's mean that Tianjin humor is really that that is something that you cannot avoid it. You must have to face or you must have to observe it.
Yes, that's true. I think Tianjin is get prepared, and also at night there are beautiful light shows, right, in the buildings and along the river. Since assuming the SCO rotating presidency for 2024 to 2025, China has designated 2025 as the year of sustainable development for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and has hosted over 100 meetings and events. So what role do you think China has played as the SCO's presidency country this year? We begin with Professor Xu, please.
China has focused on hosting key meetings and promoting cooperations among member states on the topics such as security, economy, and cultural exchanges. It also has worked to strengthen solidarity and advanced initiatives like the Belt and Road alignment with regional development strategies. Yes.
And Qingji, what do you think about the role of China? You have participated in many forums that under the framework of SCO, right?
Yes, indeed. I participated in many events, SCO events over the years. And also the last year, the SCO summit took place in Astana, Kazakhstan.
Yes.
And I was there as well. I'm also participating in a lot of SCO business council meetings. And I think All the framework events, SCO framework events are quite important for the overall development and overall cross-border relationships between SCO countries.
Yes, as you said, in Astana Summit in July 2024, China has called for building a common home featuring solidarity and mutual trust, and also peace and tranquility, prosperity and development. This is what China is doing among this year as the rotating presidency of SCO, and not only some trade, economic, business forum. China also organized many events, cultural events, just like the SCO TV festival, the movie festival, and some interchange activities among the students from different member states of the SCO. And Malik, what do you think about the role that China plays in this organization?
Since the SCO has formed, this is the 5th time that China is going to take over the presidency of the SCO. So if mean that we see the figures, we just not talk in the air, but we talk on the figures, that 295 billion US dollars, that is the trade volume, import and export between China and the SCO member states. So if we see that this rise has 3% rise every year. So it means that China is in a big position right now, especially towards its contributions towards the member states. Mean that it's not only like something like we are talking or something like in the air. It's the figures, it's the facts that speaks, and we see that always it's the facts and figure that speak louder than the. I mean that there is a saying that the action speaks louder than words. So we saw here that China has a lot during its presidency, and especially when we see that the world is passing through a very transformative age. The world has been coming and towards the digital revolution, and then we see this artificial intelligence. Mean that when we are heading toward this quantum computer age, when the world has totally transformed at this time, I think especially the member states, when we say that then China has a lot, mean that China could shared on the shared values and on the mutual respect to the member states and China.
Okay, thank you. So could you please, every one of you, choose 1 or 2 words to sum up the achievement of China during this year, being the presidency of SCO? From Jinjin, please.
I think if we take one word, I would say maybe 2 words is the common development.
Common development, okay. And Professor Xu?
To me, that should be leadership and bridge building.
Okay.
I see this as a multipolarity. A multipolar world is emerging.
Good. And as Malik has mentioned that when the Shanghai Cooperation Organization was founded in 2001, its primary goal was enhancing regional security and stability. So in your view, what measures has the SCO taken to play the role of an economic radiation belt? So we start from Professor Xu, please.
Actually, the SCO promotes regional trade facilitation by advancing infrastructure connectivity, such as building railways, highways, energy pipes. Simultaneously, it builds platforms for trade and investment cooperation, organizing various economic and trade exhibitions and forums, encouraging enterprises to engage in cross-border trade and investment. Furthermore, it also strengthens industrial cooperation that make the fast development of the economy all over the world.
And Jinji, you are very familiar with the trade and the commerce, the situation of the Central Asia. From your perspective, what is the big influence of SCO?
Let's start with the trade. I think we see that the trade between the China and Central Asian countries is increasing rapidly every year. If we take on average, just last year, we see the increase about 20 to 30% year over to date. That's a big number. That shows us that definitely not going to stop. It's gonna keep growing, and we'll see that along the way there is a lot of new projects, infrastructural projects, as well as like other technological projects taking shape. which will increase not only trade, but also, I think, the cultural exchange as well.
Yes.
So we'll see, yeah.
Yes, the trade and also the people-to-people exchange, the culture side. So the Shanghai Cooperation Organization members are stretching also from Southeast Asia to the Middle East. So with more and more Middle Eastern countries joining the SCO, what do you think is the appeal of the organization, Malik?
Yes, sure. But I will answer your first question, I think, because that is the the initial mandate of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization was this, the regional security. But then it comes to the economic side, and there is a lot of, because there is a very strong link between the security and between the economy. So if the countries are vulnerable, economically vulnerable, they are economically compromised, then there is not the security. So it's a very strong link between the security and economy. So through the SCO, China is going and giving an opportunity and making partners the member states. So we saw that in the last 2 decades, we saw there is a lot of economic growth into the member countries. Mean that there is infrastructure development, and not only infrastructure development, but the institutional development into these countries. So that is a very strong link with the economy and security.
Of course, economy is like the foundation.
Exactly.
And also it helps development, a common development, and a prosperous future, which is the goal of each country. And this is why the Middle East country also want to join, right?
We saw that the Middle Eastern countries has been suffering in terms of the security, and then there is a linkage of the economy. So we see that the Middle Eastern countries have a very good opportunities that they could join SCO, and there is a more and more desire we see into the Middle Eastern countries to be part of the SCO.
I agree. And Professor Xu, what is your opinion about this issue?
I agree with Malik. We know that SCO plays a very important role in maintaining security and stability, facing security challenges such as geopolitical conflicts. Middle Eastern countries joining the SCO can leverage its security cooperation mechanism to safeguard their own national security and stability. For example, several Gulf nations such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, they have engaged in the dialogue partners since 2024 to 2025, participating in discussions mainly on the topic of energy security and the regional stability. Yes. On the other hand, we know that SCO member states boost vast markets and immense potential within their members. So by joining SCO, this Middle Eastern countries can also use this opportunity to increase their trade and investment cooperation with others.
As you all mentioned that the SCO member states have actively deepened the cooperation in the field of infrastructure. So we're gonna say it in turn. So from Jinji, please give us some examples.
Well, I think one of the examples that we see right now is the construction of the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan Railroad. That's a very important project for the whole region that will connect China to Europe. It's another link, will be the shortest duration where the Chinese goods can reach Europe. And along the way, it will actually facilitate a lot of development in the region. So it will be a lot of constructions of the logistic hubs, constructions of the different logistic supply chains over the road, and it's only bringing lots of benefits to the regional development as well.
And what about Professor Xu?
And I'm local here. You know, the port of Tianjin served as significant trading hub, yes, now in the northern China, and also a very important node of the Belt and Road Initiative. Tianjin port really strengthen the trade ties with other SCO member states and can provide efficient logistics services to other countries and facilitating regional transportation.
Yes, that's true. And I read the news recently said that China has become the top 3 commercial and trade partners for 157 countries. So this means that we are the import and export partner of so many countries in the world, and it is because of our strong infrastructure such as Tianjin port. And Malik?
So we saw that there is a massive developments, especially in terms of the infrastructures. We saw there is a 3,000 kilometers roads that has been manufactured, that has been constructed under this CPEC. So mean that there is a strong linkage between different mega cities. We saw there is a reconstruction and the repairing of the roads. Then we saw the Gwadar deep sea port. This is one of the largest natural deep sea port that could be a game changer, not only to Pakistan but other neighboring countries like Central Asia, Afghanistan, Iran, and China. So we have been seeing that there are cargoes, freights that is coming from Gwadar deep sea port. There is a seafood that is coming from Pakistan to China, and so this is the initial fruits or the initial progress of this the projects that comes after the infrastructure building in Pakistan. We also see the Orange Line train, that is also the projects under CPEC. So estimatedly, if we put into the figures, so there are more than 50 billion US dollars plus investments under the CPEC in Pakistan. There are different economic zones, there are different commercial zones in different fields where there is the largest investments on this shared principle between China and Pakistan.
Yes, thank you for sharing. And we can see from all of these examples that all of the member states of the SCO has benefited from the framework of this organization, right? And Jinja, please, you are ahead of the China Eurasian Business Council. So please share with us about some of the Central Asia countries' green policies that consolidate the position of the SCO and promote its development.
Sure. It's true that many countries in Central Asia, they're actually adopting new regulations in terms of green development, and a lot of them are also following the examples from China, Chinese policies as well in the protection and the green development. Those policies are also influencing a lot of businesses as well. There's creating a new type of opportunities for businesses. There's areas of green energy, the solar, wind, hydro, nuclear power station constructions, as well as the waste management, the water treatment, the air monitoring, air pollution, ESG, eco-construction materials. So that's a huge industrial influence, and I think it's just gonna develop even more through collaboration with Chinese companies.
Yes, of course, the climate change is not far from us. It's just here. So each country is facing this kind of program. So we need to work together to do the transformation to the green policies, to use the green energies. And just like we said, we are all in the same boat. If we advance together or we sink together, we don't want to, this will happen. And Malik, we know that the Pakistani government is vigorously advancing its reform agenda and implementing a 5-year economic plan centered on the 5 E's goals, so which covers sustainable development and other aspects. What role do you think the plan plays for the SCO?
Yes, Pakistan means that the current political government, first of all, focusing on the political stability and a continuation in the country. So this 5E plans, I think that is the plan that is actually to kick off the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor and the Belt and Road initiatives. And these 5E plan is a very comprehensive plan to take forward, mean that the policies that could be very consistent and in a continuation way, especially with a focus towards this, mean that the economy, energy, environment, and equity. So this plan actually giving a quite good boost, especially towards mean that the CPEC especially, and then especially the existing challenges, because Pakistan is also facing numerous challenges. The climate, because Pakistan is one of the most climate vulnerable countries, because we have this a big number of the glaciers in Pakistan, that is the Himalayas. So especially right now, I think that the biggest challenge we've seen that in this monsoon rains, there are quite heavy floods. So economic vulnerability and especially this the environmental vulnerability is also very important, and Pakistan can get a lot of technology and especially towards this green energy from China and under this SCO. So this 5 E's plan is quite that comprehensive in this regards, and we see that there is a positive changes in the initial few months. So let's see that how it will further transform.
Okay, it's really good to make plans, just like China always have a 5-year plan, and we will design what is the most important task for the further 5 years, and then we make it and we take actions. Okay, so Professor Xu, you are an expert in the area of the relationship between China, India, and the United States. So I want to know, what is the potential development between China and India in trade and commercial cooperation within the SCO framework?
Actually, China and India can collaborate to work in the areas such as green energy, for example, wind and solar power. And China's expertise in advanced technology such as photovoltaic and energy storage can offer valuable lessons for India. With its vast market and abundant solar resources, and India has the potential for the bilateral cooperation. On the other hand, China leads in digital technology such as artificial intelligence and 5G, while India possesses a massive digital consumer market and a rich pool of software talent. And these two countries actually can have further engagement, yes, now in the cooperation on digital technology, R&D, and application.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And Jinjie, how do you think about the SCO's trade facilitation policies to have been implemented among enterprises in the Central Asian countries?
Well, as I mentioned again, the trade is increasing rapidly between Central Asia and China. And of course, it's not only for commodities trading, but also for the small and medium enterprises. I mean, with the Shanghai Cooperation Organization development and China's role, we see that there was a lot of activities going on. For example, there's more flights from Central Asia to China.
Yes.
And I think the number of flights increased by a lot. I think there is also maybe a direct flight from Tianjin right now to Central Asia. So that's a good thing for any type of businesses. Now, there is also certain restrictions related to visa. So many countries now, they don't need visa to come to China for 2 weeks, for 30 days, and same for Chinese business people or Chinese tourists who wants to visit Central Asian countries. Many of them, they don't need they don't require visas. That helps a lot.
This is very important, yes, to facilitate the so to know each other well and also to do trade, yes.
Yes.
And also some other policies like the simplified customs clearance or the reduced tariff barriers, it also help a lot to the enterprises.
Well, indeed, and right now many countries bordering with China in Central Asia, they're actually opening up more and more custom ports. For example, Kyrgyzstan is planning to open like 3 or maybe even 5 more ports, and Kazakhstan is also planning to open additional ports. And that's all for speed up the development and speed up the volume of trade, so that there will not be any bottlenecks in custom. And another thing we need to point it out is the technological development of the customs and using a lot of new technologies, including the AI in customs, that will help to really facilitate and speed up the trade processes.
Yeah. Yes, the artificial intelligence really help a lot to promote the efficiency. You know, that reminds me about the Tianjin port. So we visited the Tianjin port in a rainy day, but we didn't see many people working there. So it's all working automatically because of the intelligence, and also the new technology really help a lot. Yes. So what practical effects do you think the SCO's green energy policies have brought your member states? Malik?
Right now, I mean that as we mentioned before, that with the advancement of the AI and especially this the new energy cars and the new energy vehicles, because the environmental impact is always hovering as a big threat to the world actually, because right now this climate and the environment disasters and different kind of hard climates that the different countries are facing right now. So the green energy and this new energy is actually becoming a new world order. And China has achieved its milestone towards this new energy vehicle. We saw that a lot of the electric cars everywhere. The number plate is getting green, and we saw that the petrol and this diesel cars are going to be like the old-fashioned.
Yes.
So
actually 50%.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the countries like Pakistan, I recently visited, and I was also very surprised that I see that there is a lot of people now buying this electric cars. Chinese EVs are very much in Pakistan right now, and they are going to be making the transmission lines of this electric charging all around different highways and petrol station. Even in Pakistan, the Ministry of this petroleum, they are going to put all these electric chargers, new energy chargers, into different petrol station and different energy and filling pumps. So I think that in terms of the green energy, the Chinese technology and China way to contribute and to make partners to the other countries, especially the member states, is impressive in terms of making and taking their ownership and giving them the ownership.
Yes, actually nowadays in Beijing, almost 50% of the cars are green cars, the electric vehicles. So it is really popular, and also not only the trend for China, but also for other countries. And Professor Xu, do you have any specific situations that you want to share?
First, it promotes the development of green energy industry in member states. For example, a renewable energy project, a cooperation project between China and the other SCO member states. I remember that is total installed capacity of approximately 96.3 million kilowatts. Now, primarily in solar and wind energy, which has driven to the growth of other related industry, such as equipment, manufacturing, installation, and maintenance. And on the other hand, it has also provided cleaner and more stable electricity for residents of member states. For example, Indonesia's Sirata floating photovoltaic project can supply clean electricity to nearly 50,000 households annually.
Okay, and I know that in Alamutu there is a big project of a Chinese company. It's about the solar energy storage. So how do you view the potential for Sino-Kazakh cooperation in joint R&D and application of solar energy storage technologies, for example?
Well, I think solar and photovoltaic energy is one way to think about it. And yes, there is a big projects undergoing in Almaty region. It's about 1 gigawatt of energy. It's a mega project, not only in Kazakhstan, but there is many similar projects along the Central Asia as well.
Yeah.
The thing we need to consider is that the population in Central Asian countries growing very fast. I mean, the average age in the region is about 28 years old. So that creates a lot of challenges for the government and a lot of opportunities as well. And that age is basically dictating how the future is going to look like for many countries in Central Asia. And what we know is that energy will play the key part in the development, because we see that all the technological advancements with the AI, all the need for data center will require a huge amount of energy. And without that, there will not be any development further for many countries. And, but how you're going to supply this energy, it's only through green, solar, wind, nuclear, hydro, and most of it, it's definitely with the collaboration with the Chinese partners, Chinese companies.
Yes, as you just mentioned, all of the SCO state members have different energy resources. So I want to ask, how can green policies help all countries complement each other's advantages? Malik?
In terms of the energy, I was just reading some facts and figured that more than 20% of the fossil fuels and more than 45% of the natural gas, actually, that comes from the SCO member states. So if we see that the Central Asian states, that is quite rich into the natural resources. And they have, that the alternative sources of energy, like one of the natural gas is one of the source that could be utilized into different forms, and it could become one of the source of the alternate energy. Though it is the fossil fuel, but there is, through modern technology, there are some new way of the utilization of these natural resources that could become and converted into the new energy. So similarly, other member countries, they have also some alternate energy resources that could be utilized and converted into a way of the new energy. For instance, like in Pakistan, we see right now that through under the Chinese Belt and Road project, that we saw there is a huge solar panels, that is the Qaid-e-Azam solar panel that was they installed in the desert in Punjab, one of the city of the Punjab, and that add a very big amount of the electricity into the national grids. Similarly, we saw the hydro and the nuclear energy projects in Pakistan, Chashma, one of the Chashma nuclear plants there. Then there is other alternate sources like the hydro energy, wind energy, and solar energies. So that contribute a very big amount of the electricity into the Pakistani national grids. Because when Pakistan was facing the worst energy crisis, at that time, these initiatives comes and this load shedding, that the power cut that take place almost like several hours in a day, it comes back to 0 hours. So similarly, like as I mentioned that this Central Asian countries have quite rich resources in terms of the sharing with the other countries, member states, and that they are doing. So these are the initiatives that could be helpful in exchanging the resources for the new energy.
Okay, thank you. So, Professor Xu, what do you think about different countries? How can it complement their advantages?
We can also use examples now within the SCO. Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan have possessed abundant hydropower resources. Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan have massive solar energy. While China, we possesses global leading technology and large-scale production capability. So, driven by the green policies, we can work together to achieve the complementarity through different means. And China can provide technical support and equipment to other nations, facilitating the development of green energy projects using local resources. Just like the labor-intensive countries can supply workforce support to work-scarce nations for the construction of green energy project.
Thank you. And I want to ask all of you, like the time before, use 1 or 2 words to explain, in your opinion, what role does the SCO play in the global governance? From Jinji, please.
What role in global governance?
Yes, the SCO play.
1 word.
Yeah, 1 or 2 words.
I would say
or a phrase.
unity.
Unity, okay.
Strengthen multilateralism.
I think that SCO has its role and is trying to create the balance of power in the world.
And for me, I think it's the confidence, and it's like an alternative way for all the member states of SCO to believe that they can choose their own way to have a common development, also to share with each other a statement like unity and the strong together, being together. And over the past 24 years since its establishment, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization has consistently promoted the Shanghai spirit. And China is not only the initiator of the Shanghai spirit, but also a proactive actor in promoting it. So how do you understand the Shanghai spirit, Professor Xu?
Shanghai spirit, championed by the SCO, characterized by its mutual trust, mutual understanding, yes, and the respect for diverse civilization and the pursuit of mutual development has imparted the new significance to the concepts of global governance, as you just mentioned. And the Shanghai Spirits offers the new concepts and models of international cooperation, provides peace and development in the region and also to the whole world.
And Jinji, as a cross-cultural communicator, which aspect of this Shanghai spirit has left you the most impressive?
I think regarding Shanghai spirit, one thing that we need to keep in mind that every country every member country in SCO has their own speed of development. And one of the things that is part of, I guess, Shanghai spirit is to respect the development of each member country.
And Malik, what is your understanding of this Shanghai spirit?
For me, Shanghai spirit means that the comprehensive multilateral cooperation and the integration of the economies, the regional security, the multiculture, and all these, when it's come together under the framework and under the umbrella of the SCO member states, it's become under the shared values and become the common priorities. So for me, this is mean that this is a very strong mean that the bond that comes with the Shanghai spirit, and that is actually the true essence of the Shanghai spirits that we see into the member states.
And also the young generation is very important, is the force to inheriting this Shanghai spirit. And Professor Xu, you are facing the young generation every day. So do you want to share with us some of your experience?
As we know that the overseas students in our Tianjin University just held a food and snacks festival, yes, which attracting citizens from all the corner of Tianjin to come together to enjoy and share. I think the young people today, they are generally confident, open-minded, and eager to learn, and also have a very strong social responsibility. And SCO just provide a platform for them to communicate with each other, to learn from each other. It helps them to broaden their horizons and also to enhance their awareness of international citizenship, to contribute to foster a generation with international vision and the patriotic spirit.
Yes, today when we arrive at the train station, we see volunteers there to receive the guests from all over the world. So I think many students are also serve as a volunteer here. It is very helpful for them to broaden their vision and also to take the responsibility to contribute to the relationship between different countries. And also to know a language is very important, right? And today we are here and we four are from different countries, from Pakistan, from China, and also from Kyrgyzstan. So I want to, at last, to invite all of you to introduce your country to the visitors in our audience who want to travel to your country. So what is the most proud thing of your country, and which place do you recommend to the visitors if they visit your country? Junji?
There is a very ancient city which is called Suyab, and it's, according to some books, it's a place of Li Bai poet. So I definitely recommend to visit that place to many tourists that's coming to Kyrgyzstan.
Okay, thank you, Professor Xu.
Okay, I'm local here.
Yeah.
So come to China and come to Tianjin. You will never feel disappointed.
Yes, I agree. And seeing is believing, right? Malik?
Yes, Pakistan, I mean that the northern area of Pakistan, K2, Karakoram 2, that is the largest mountain that's covered with snow. So a lot of mountaineers come all around the world to peak this mountain. So the northern areas of Pakistan are worth to see. They are virgin with beauty, and it's an amazing place for the international tourists to explore. So that is worth to watch, the northern areas of Pakistan.
Thank you very much for everyone for sharing with us. And that's all for today. We are truly privileged to gather here today at Prince Qing Mansion, an architectural treasure that tells a story of respecting diversity and achieving common development. Values that echo both Tianjin's rich heritage and the spirit of the SCO. At a time when SCO countries are at crucial stages of development, unity and cooperation are more important than ever to drive shared growth. China consistently champions the concept of beauty in diversity and harmony without uniformity. The Tianjin Summit will mark another milestone for the SCO and global multilateral cooperation, aiming to build consensus and deliver a strong, united message that contributes to the vision of a community with a shared future for mankind. So thanks again to our distinguished guests today from different countries. We really value your opinions. And also a big thanks to our viewers. Please stay tuned to CGTN for all the latest updates on the SCO. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.